We see the term GMO tossed around a lot these days. But what does GMO even mean? And why is it such a controversial issue? GMO stands for Genetically Modified Organism. It refers to the process of taking genes from one species and inserting them into another, in an attempt to obtain a desired trait or characteristic. The acronym can apply to plants, animals, or microorganisms. However, today's discussion will relate to genetically modified food crops. The history of food plants is not a popular subject. It is hardly common knowledge that farming and science have been intertwined for the past 2 centuries, and that well before that, the way humans procure food was already unnatural. For thousands of years, people have crossed compatible plants and then chosen among their offspring for what seemed like desirable characteristics. Farmers learned how to make better plants, but it was a process of trial and error until the middle of the 19th century, when Gregor Mendel demonstrated that many of the characteristics of a pea plant were passed to the next generation according to predictable rules. This created a new science, genetics. Genetic engineering took the process one step further by directly modifying the DNA. New seeds could be created by inserting genes from one species into another. This allows to select traits with a higher precision. Today, many of the plants we cultivate, such as corn, wheat, rice, and Christmas trees, have been genetically modified to last longer, look better, taste sweeter, or grow more vigorously. The first introduction of genetically engineered food occurred in the 90s, and it has been a controversial topic ever since.
Why do people support GMO? GMO can help solve population growth problem. Human population is already too large, and 80 million more humans are being added to the population each year. Therefore, in order to keep up with population growth, we must grow GMO crops. GMO foods can taste better. Foods can be genetically modified to improve flavor and texture. In blind tests, testers regularly rate GM foods higher than naturally grown alternatives. GM foods are more environmentally friendly. Oklahoma State University reports that GM crops often require less chemical, time, and tools, and this may help reduce greenhouse gas emission and soil erosion.
Let's start with one of the most common objections to genetically modified foods. Number 1 is superweeds. Most genetically engineered crops are designed to survive specific weed killers like glyphosate. Corporations making these crops claim that overall herbicide use has decreased, but spraying the same chemical day in and day out, year after year, began to only kill some of the weed, while the surviving weed became increasingly resistant. Currently, there are over 14 types of superweeds in the United States alone. To combat new superweeds, farmers have to use more toxic herbicides which have a devastating effect on the environment. Amphibians like California's red-legged frog are directly affected by these chemicals due to their permeable skin, and monarch butterfly migration population are significantly lower than before because of habitat loss to GM crops. The toxins in pest-resistant crops may also be released to the soil, making it void of necessary nutrients. The most controversial aspect of GMOs is allergic reactions in humans. This allergic reaction happens when a certain protein or allergen present in the GM crop enters the body and stimulates an immune response. As GMOs are created by inserting foreign genes into an organism, the process is considered to have adverse effects on humans because these inserted genes may carry specific allergens that trigger such immune response.
Where is GMO heading? In 2016, 185 million hectares of land were planted with biotech crops, and vast majority consisted of cotton and canola. Almost all of this area contained crops resistant to herbicides, insects, or both. In the last few years, we have seen a rapid expansion in crops with stacked traits that have genes for resistance to both herbicides and insects. And in the near future, this is the direction that GM agriculture will no doubt be heading in. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have gained some meaningful insights into GMO. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed watching this video. Have a nice day.